Hello everybody, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I'm back today with another episode of Puzzle Castle. Well, we have some things to talk about today. I got some news. I actually was going to do finally just a regular video. I was going to talk about leveling my Legionnaire, finally, and making them useful, because it seems like that it has become a meta, useful type set that really I need to get going. But there's something else that changed. As you can see, we got a visitor outside of our castle here. So that is one thing I was going to talk about. Very minor. We all know what the donkey card is. We'll take a look at that real quick. But I also have some news about the newest event coming out. Don't know exactly when it's starting yet. More than likely next week sometime. So I'm going to go over what that is and what we should expect from it. So let me go ahead and first talk about the donkey, since that is what we have right now. This is our normal visitor that we have here. You get the option to spend some diamonds to get some things. As you can see, I already have many of these from previous events. And typically, items come out here when they're no longer the top meta type stuff, like, for example, the Phoenix Egg. This is a very good one. Many people are running it. I don't think I've seen one in quite some time, so I don't think it's really the top anymore, or one of the top ones anymore, like it used to be, but it is certainly one that people are, if you're looking to get, this is your opportunity to get it. The problem is, the challenge is, it's going to cost you 710 diamonds to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these items, and there's no guarantee. This is what you're guaranteed. You're, at least at TR 11, you're guaranteed to get 2 to 4 epics. That's it. You might get one of the unique ones, you might get a legendary. I've heard numbers of like 20 and 30 spins you need to do to get all of these items. So that's talking, 14 to 20,000 diamonds. That's $100 worth of diamonds. So personally, I don't think that is a good deal. I never think this is a good deal. I did it once on a video, and we saw it took me, I don't know, 10 to 15 spins to get one specific item. So it's there if you want to take your chances, but know that you're not guaranteed to get those items. I did also want to point out that I'm actually running this on the Hustle Castle application, running on the PC, which I've never done before. It does look like the quality of the video is slightly off, so I'm going to have to work on that. It looks really good to me, but for some reason the video recording is not quite as good, so I'm going to have to see what I'm missing on my video recorder here. But it seems like this is going to be a good option moving forward. The recording is pretty good, the sound is good, the scrolling is and refreshing is a lot better than normal, so I'm hopeful that this will be an option I'm going to use moving forward, and it's also, hopefully it comes to the other games as well, because running things in emulators is becoming quite slow and painful. So, keep an eye on that. Alright, what else do we have here for the donkey? We got diamonds. If you're one who buys diamonds, this is, we got some good deals here. If you got extra resources sitting around, like wood or coins, you can go ahead and spend, and I think that's something you should do. We got 3 more days worth of traveling merchants, so you got an option to get that. And we have Mithril, always a good deal. It's only 20% off, but Mithril's hard to come by, so if you can save some money, why not? And other material chests, so lots of good stuff here again. So as long as you're up on these resources, I was at 15,000 coins before, that would have been good, but I ended up spending them on some other stuff, so I have no coins again. Again, this material chest, I'm going to go ahead and get these. You get a chance at an essence, maybe, maybe not, but you get all of these materials, so it's always a good option for sure. These I don't ever think are good options. I don't ever buy them, but if you're short of 1 or 2, or you just got a lot of diamonds or money you want to spend, that's certainly an option you can go and do that on. We have hero items. This is a better deal than it usually is. It's usually way more expensive. And, the reality is, if you do a run in the dungeon, you can quite often get 25,000 ether in 1 chance, or maybe 2 chances. So you're going to spend 500 diamonds to get that? Yeah, I don't know. It's a good way to get a bunch of ether, but at the same time, you got to pay a lot. So if you can get 20 of them, so you spend 10,000 diamonds, you can get 500,000 ether, which is nice, but it's still a fair amount of diamonds on that. Here we go. We got some castle sets. These are things that come out during all the events. If you didn't buy them before, you get your chance to buy them now. Get backgrounds, you get extra pets. Pets now help provide happiness. As you can see, I have a few of them ready, but the ones that I'm missing, you can go ahead and spend some money. They all give you 1% happiness at the moment. And American Dad, they actually give different levels. They have a legendary, epic, and rare, I think, are the 3 different versions, and I think that's 1, 2, and 3%, so it's kind of nice you get opportunities to get more. But in this game, Zero City, they're all 1% at the moment. Skins that you get by playing the campaign, if you didn't buy them, you get a chance to come here and buy them again. We got arena souls, we got regular souls, we got weapons, we got arena weapons, all the typical stuff. If you're in need of them, obviously the arena ones cost more because they're better. The basic ones cost less because they're not as good. What else do we have? And you can get some by using resources, of course. One thing is different here that I'm very, very tempted to buy, and I think I'm actually going to do that right now. I got some extra diamonds sitting here. I don't have any red gems. I don't have any red gems in this game. I've been in tier 11 for a long time, and I don't have a single one. I have red gems now in American Dad. I don't have a red one. I have red gems in Zero City. I don't have one. So this is my opportunity. I got a bunch of diamonds sitting around, so I think I'm actually going to buy one of these. I don't know that red gives you tons, 20,000 health. I don't remember what orange is, like 6,000 or 7,000. So it is a big jump. That's a lot of diamonds though. So I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest with you, but I've been wanting one for a long time. So this might be my opportunity to get it. And we got legendary here, always good ones. Again, I mean, to pay that for the gem, I think that's a lot. I don't know that it's really worth it, but I might end up doing it. Then we have purple, good health and damage, always good options, of course. You get one of those just by using some of your resources that are potentially sitting there not getting used. Dust, I personally think all this stuff is expensive and not a great deal. Badges of courage, if you're struggling to get those because you can't win the arena, obviously that's an option to do that there. Food chest, always a good deal for sure, whether you pay diamonds or coins. Those always come in useful. And then shards. So it's very typical. This is about what we get every single time we have a donkey here. The only thing that changes really is what they're giving us for chances here up top, but the main thing to remember is nothing's guaranteed. You have a chance to win them, and I think I saw it in one of the other games. It might have been American Dad. When you click on this percent, they tell you what the percent is, and they say this big hard one here at the end I think is 5%. So that means you're gonna have to do 20 on average, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. You're gonna have to do 20 spins to have a good chance of getting this. So 20 times 710, that's 15,000 diamonds. That's a lot. If that's what you're up for, then I'd say go for it. All right, so that is our typical donkey. One thing I'm finding with the PC version here is I accidentally click on people all the time and I start moving them out. So I'm going to have to practice on that for sure. Okay, so what is the other thing we're going to talk about? Let me go ahead and give me 1 second. I have this on my Discord server, so those of you who are not already a member there, I recommend joining. You can see that down below. You can see the people supporting the channel. You can see the link to the Discord server. You can see everything else. So thank you to everybody who is supporting the channel. I do very much appreciate that. You can find out information below in the description on how to do that if you're interested. And you can also see the information on how to join my Discord server. And I'm struggling here with this extra screen. It's kind of messing up my recording process, but that's all right. So let's go ahead and turn it on. This right here is my Discord server, and the thing keeps coming up. So here, let me hide that a little bit real quick. Before I get too far, there are spoilers here, just like all my preview videos. This is information that is coming out from the APKs, the game files that are coming out. So we don't have pictures and things like that coming out yet. I don't think that's available, but we do have a lot of descriptions of things coming out. So if you don't really want to know what's coming up, you might want to tune off for now. But if you are interested, then let's go ahead and read to see what we have coming up. Personally, I think there's a couple really big changes that people have been asking for a long time, in addition to this event, which is going to be a Rune event. So we got some big things coming up here. So thank you very much to Dent Wesson for supplying this here on the Discord server. So if you're a member here at Hustle Castle and we got an event channel, you can join in there to find all this information. So here we go. My lords and my ladies, the Musketeer rush is coming. New runes, unique skins, castle appearances, artifacts, and many other rewards are waiting for you. Wait for Shrum at the gates of your castle. So runes are coming. People are always excited about runes. What's this one going to be? I don't think we really know, but we do know that it's going to be something good because they're runes. All right, during the Trouble event, this is a big change. Everybody's been asking about this for years, and they finally added it. During the Trouble event, after winning a battle on the island, the next button appears, sending you immediately to the next point. They finally added this for invasions, where instead of having to back out and then pick the spot again and go in, there's a next button, so you can click through it and get through it fairly quickly. And they added that also now in the Rune events as well, it sounds like. So the way it usually works, there's an island, and you just click on it and you have 15 different battles you need to do, and you can just hit next. And I think they added that to American Dad as well. The problem is, if you like to hop around or go different places, you're not going to have control of that. But if you have your squad set up in a way that you can just blast through it fairly quickly, you can just next it, and it's going to be a lot simpler. Man, I keep hitting that up. I got to figure out what button I'm pushing. You combine that with this next item, it's going to be huge, because the hospital now constantly heals all residents of the castle, and with an active premium, And with an active premium, the treatment will occur instantly. Right now, the way it works, as I'm sure you guys know in this game and all the other games, is if you don't have premium, the only way to get people to heal is to put them in the hospital. They won't heal quickly. I mean, they'll heal very slowly, but they'll heal at a quicker pace if you actually put them in the hospital. So you constantly got to swap people in and out and that kind of stuff. But now, even if you don't have premium, everybody's going to heal like the global heal like it does right now. That's huge. I mean, that's really huge. But if you do add premium, you got to have something to make it better. It's instant heal. So you go through and you're blasting through the island. If you have premium, you just do next. You're always going to have full health every single time. So that, I think, is going to be a huge benefit. And for all of us players, fantastic. But for the people of the game, people might not be buying premium quite as often because that is one of the major items that is very helpful for having premium. So I don't know, they might lose a couple premium subscribers, but it is a huge benefit. So I'm very excited about that change. What else here? Also, health regeneration values have been slightly increased at some hospital levels. Okay, so whatever that means, healing will go a little bit quicker. At the 11th level of the throne room, a new room has appeared. All right. I didn't read this before. The Workshop of Souls. With its help, you can create souls of armor and souls of weapons. That's exciting. So right now, you can create weapons. You can create armor. You can create rings and amulets. It looks like now, if you're TR 11, which is what you need to be able to do souls, you can now start creating your own souls. More than likely, that means not the top level souls, but it is something that is going to be useful. So that'll be exciting. Again, probably not the most special ones, but for newer TR 11 people, it's going to be huge, I think. All right, so in the event, new runes for rings, for weapons, question mark, we don't know what that is, obviously, are waiting for us, depending on the fighter's weapon and artifact of skins. All right, so let's go ahead and read. So we have a rune of tenacity for the warrior, a rune of mind for the magician, rune of flexibility for the archer. Just checking real quick to make sure you guys can see that. Okay. Again, we don't have the details. We don't know what it's going to look like. If that comes out later, I will go ahead and post a second version of this preview, but yeah, we don't always get them. So I think that gets released into the game right before it goes live. So I don't know if we're going to get that or not, but if it is, I will make sure it's here on the Discord server so we can at least see it here. And don't get the video out, this will be the place you can find it. All right, additional ability of the rune depends on the class of the fighter weapon. This rune is not suitable for this weapon. This rune is not suitable for this weapon. I guess if you're trying to put a rune on a weapon, it's going to give you that message. The additional ability of the rune depends on the class of the fighter's weapon. So this is somehow going to be tied to the weapon type, it looks like. We're going to have a new artifact, triggered once in a while, which is what we usually get for event, not usually, always get for event artifacts. The fighter stops using abilities for a certain amount of time. At this time, his damage increases by a certain amount. And his movement speed is also reflects all damage taken to the nearest enemy. Nice. During the duration, the cooldown of the owner of the artifact is suspended. All right, let's read that again. The fighter stops using abilities. At this time, his damage increases. So they move faster, they do more damage, they reflect damage, but they don't use their abilities. That's interesting. And with a rune, the fighter stops using abilities. At this time, the damage is increased. Those will be bigger multipliers more than likely. Movement speed increases, reflects damage to the nearest enemy. Attack deals damage in a small radius around the target. During the duration, the cooldown. Okay, so instead of hitting one person, it's going to do kind of splash damage. That could be interesting. We'll have to see what those numbers are when they get popped in there. That could be pretty cool. Runed abilities, here we go. So for our rune of tenacity for the warrior, if you put it on an axe, when an enemy dies, the fighter gains a shield equal to the maximum percentage of maximum health. The shield does not stack but refreshes the next time the enemy dies. Okay, on a mace, upon death, restores health to all allies. That's nice. We'll have to see what that's going to be. A big amount over probably 3 to 5 seconds probably. Spear. When receiving damage with a percentage chance, it can deal damage to the target equal to a certain amount from its attack. In this case, the target will not be able to use the weapon's abilities. Excuse me. Okay. I mean, we have a lot of different weapon types, obviously, so we're going to read through all this. Looks like I don't have... Oh, this is probably everything here. Okay. Sword. Let's just read through it. Once in a while, a shield is imposed on the owner of the rune, which blocks incoming damage, and the shield ends, it discharges. Okay, daggers, the fighter attacks. One thing about daggers, I don't know that people are using them anymore, or using assassins. It seems like everybody's going to Legionnaire, which, like I said, that is what I was going to talk about in this video, but maybe I'll do that in the next one. So for the time being, it seems like assassins are kind of on the out, and everybody is using at least at the tier 11 level where you can get sets, everybody is using the spear and getting the legionnaire going. All right, the daggers inflicts additional damage from the maximum health. If the target has more health than the owner of the rune, then the additional damage is equal to. And of course, that's before this rune event goes. And once this rune event goes, maybe this rune on the daggers is going to be huge, and then the assassins will come back in. All right, for bows, a critical attack places a mark on the target and forces the owner of the rune to change the target of the attack. The mark is held on the enemy. The marked enemy takes more damage. Once in a while, all marked enemies take damage with chain lightning. Ooh, I like that. I'll have to compare that to what I'm currently using. I actually don't have a bow. I'm using a crossbow. Yeah, that could be interesting. Once in a while, maybe I can get my second archer going again, which is a no-no at the moment. Yeah, a lot of the top players aren't using any archers for that matter, but we'll see. Once in a while, for the crossbow, once in a while enhances something its next attack. Support attacks do more damage, and each of them has a chance to prevent the target from using their abilities. Shotgun, once in a while, fighter shoots at a random magician, reducing their magic power. We need to get the magicians, getting my games confused, the mages. So we need to work on getting them out of commission, because everybody right now is successful by having a very, very, very strong mage setup. And like I said, the archers in the back are kind of going away, and a tank or a legionnaire in the front, and that's about it. So anything that can do damage to the mages will be good. It's not going to help me because I'm going to change my squad, but for everybody in general, it'll be good. All right, that was a shotgun. Orbs. Once in a while, fires a projectile at a random enemy, causing fear. At the end of the fear, the charge explodes, dealing damage to enemies in a small area, and silences them. Nice. Wand. Once in a while, when an ally refuses or receives fatal damage, invulnerability is imposed on him. At the end of invulnerability, an explosion occurs, dealing damage to this ally to this ally. Ooh, that's interesting. Once in a while, fires a projectile at a random enemy, causing fear. At the end of the fear, the charge on the enemy explodes, dealing damage to enemies in a small radius. And I read the wrong one. Let me get there. Yeah, here we go. The wand. Once in a while, when an ally receives fatal damage, so I actually have that ability with the heroes ready, so that's not a big deal. They become invulnerable. At the end of that, an explosion occurs, dealing damage to this ally and enemies. I guess because they were going to die anyway, they just take damage and they immediately die, and then anybody around them is going to take damage. That's interesting. I don't know if I would want that, but I'll have to see how that plays out. Grimoire grants a blessing to random allies once in a while. The next attack of these allies cannot miss, with a chance to inflict periodic damage on its target for a certain amount of time. Damage is equal to a percentage of the ally's attack. That could be interesting. Scepter. Once in a while, the fighter begins to concentrate. He stops attacking and restores himself and allies with the lowest health over time. When concentrating, the fighter ignores most of the negative effects. When the concentration ends, random enemies will take damage. That one is going to be interesting. A scepter. I don't know who's running the scepter at the moment, but yeah, that could be an interesting one. So we'll see how that one plays out as well. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Let me turn it back on. What was that going to be called again? This event is going to be called, scroll up, the Musketeer Rush. So yeah, usually the way those work, it's a 10-day event, and it usually goes live. Let me bring this back up. It usually goes live on a Tuesday or a Thursday. I think this one's usually on a Thursday. So we probably have several days to go yet, and this has certainly been the direction that this game has been going, where they release the information and they're probably going to post it. I didn't see it on Facebook today, but they usually post it and then it comes live within 5 to 7 days after that. So if it's not there yet, it will be soon. A lot of exciting things to look for, I think, personally. Let's go look at the hospital right now, and we go to info. So this is global healing because I have a premium account, so more than likely this message is going to change. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to, one of the other games I play in Shelter War, they actually you have to put workers in here, and the stronger your workers are, the better the healing is, and that's regardless if you have premium or not. Premium it's better, not premium it's not. So I guess they probably will add that here, considering you have instant healing when you do have premium. But I don't know, there's some exciting things to come for sure, and some good changes. So that's it. I'm not going to make this video, it's a little bit longer than I expected already, but I'm not going to make it too much longer. This will just be the preview, talking about what's coming up. Well, obviously we talked about the donkey, and then the next video I'm going to try to get in there and start talking about the Legionnaire, because it is I made a couple changes to mine, trying to make them a little bit stronger. Still certainly got a ways to go, and I still have Tom sitting on the bench. He's one of my highest powered people, but he's sitting on the bench not going. I don't have my hero leveled right and all kinds of stuff, so need to work on making Tom a factor in my team and see if I can't make my team a little bit stronger. So that'll be the next video. So anyway, that's the new event coming, so stay tuned for specifics of when it's coming out. Join my Discord server if you want to see information that comes out if I don't get a chance to record it. And until the next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.